Hey guys, welcome back to Titans University. And as promised, we would be talking about some of the best practices that you should follow when you're writing ads. As I've been repeatedly mentioning, that this is one area where we kind of ignore what has to be done, and we kind of overlook the importance of ad text. But if you keep these things in mind, and I think if you write ad text with these things in mind, I think you will always come up with better ad texts from compared to what you already have. So first things first, as I mentioned in my previous session also, when you're writing ads, please make sure that you include at least one keyword as the headline. At any point in time, Google will show 3 headlines that you have mentioned in the list of 10 headlines in responsive search ads. At least 2 to 3 headlines should have your keywords. If possible, if you have enough history, you should include most profitable keywords, because that's when your ads will start getting more relevant. So first tip is include keywords that you already have as your headlines. The second thing is write as many ads as possible. This is something that has been stressed enough in almost all forums in Google communities, and when I speak to Google, they say that use as many ad texts as possible, because you never know what works and what doesn't unless you keep experimenting with new kinds of ads. So this is one thing that you cannot ignore. As a best practice, when you start writing ad text, you will always write 3 ads for each ad group. Please remember that these 3 ad variations that you write in your ad text has to be completely different. You can't have the same descriptions and change the headings. You need to have different sets of different headlines and also different descriptions when you're writing ads. Use customizers, and if you are if you are listening to this for the first time, there is a session on ad customizers going forward. You will find a session on ad customizers where I clearly mention what kind of customizers are available and how you can make the most out of ad customization, whether in terms of whether it's keyword customization, whether it's location customization, or whether using the if function to customize people from a particular location for a particular countdown, etc. So if you have not checked out ad customizers, you will find a session as you move forward. Use location customizations. For example, if your product caters to the audiences in, let's say, Chicago, make sure you use the word Chicago in your ad text, because that's where you will find audience more customized. That's when you will speak to your customers, right? Use ad extensions. I cannot stress the importance of using ad extensions. Possibly the next session you will look at will be ad extensions. Ad extensions is something where you will add things in addition to your ad text. Ad text specifically means 3 headlines and 2 descriptions. That's the standard ad that you will find in Google. If you're looking at this format, talking about ad extensions will give you the opportunity to leverage on more features. Could be a phone number, could be additional site links, could be call out extensions, could be your price extensions. You will have the option to add a lot of additional information that will help your user look at your ad and say that this is exactly what I need, right? You will be able to add as much information as possible to your ad. Address the end user's problem. For example, if somebody is looking at curing, let's say, hair fall, for example, this is just a random example. Let's say if you're talking about somebody who is if you're into movers business, for example, if you help people move from one place to another, movers and packers, so you tell them, are you tired of overcharging movers and packers? Why don't try our service? So you should talk to them and address what their problem is. Personalize your ads. Use things like your problem, your situation. So speak to them and personalize your ads to them. Stay in at the moment, or stay current. Don't talk about things in 2020 when it's already 2021, right? Don't tell them I have hundreds of satisfied customers in 2019 when you're talking about 2020. So make sure you stay in the moment. You should come out as fresh, right? Because why would somebody click on an ad based upon what you did 3 years ago? So stay in the moment. Specific to the product or service, and use relevant pages. When you're writing ads, let's say you're talking about Apple iPhone 12, your ad should talk about iPhone 12, and it should not talk about all iPhones in general, because people who are searching for iPhone 12, they'll want to read more information about iPhone 12. So address that specific product or service in your ad text. Also make sure that you link this ad to that particular page, which is the iPhone 12 page on your site. Don't send them to the Apple homepage or to a page where you have a collection of all models mobile phones. That's not going to appeal to them. Use a correct call to action phrases. You want people to sign up for your form if that's your goal, but you say visit our website, doesn't make sense. use a proper call to action. Use sign up now, or buy now, or get now, or download now. Whatever is your call to action, whatever is your desired action that you want people to perform on your website, use a specific call to action. All right, use dynamic ads. Dynamic ads are very, very, very handy because they frame the ad text for you in events where you either have a lot of products or you don't know what to write. Google customizes your ad text based upon what your landing page is, and it will come up with headlines that makes more sense to the user who is searching for your keywords. Keep testing ads. I've seen businesses who create ad text once and they don't touch them for years after that. Years, I'm not kidding. So do not get into that mode. Keep trying your ad text at least once in a month, right? You don't have to do it every week, but at least once in a month, write 3 more variations based upon what is performing well or what keywords are performing well. Use those new keywords as your headlines, or use all 10 keywords that are performing well for your business as 10 headlines and let Google choose what suits the best. So keep testing these ads because testing always moves you away from your comfort zone and starts helping you to stay ahead of the curve. So I think these are some of the tips that you can look at when you're writing your ad text, and these are not just tips, these are tried and tested best practices. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and I will see you in the next session. Until then, this is Casey signing off. Ciao.